I find it really fascinating how a lot of people in this world cope with their sorrows or with their misfortunes by doing drugs or drinking or just doing bad things that aren't really beneficial to them in any type of way. There's always this thing that I've had within myself. I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know why I've always had this type of feeling, but whenever I have somebody that I know of or that I knew of or that I'm currently close to, when I hear that they've gone down the path of either smoking, drinking, or just went down any type of bad path, it kind of hits me a bit, you know what I'm saying? It kind of gets me, it strikes me, you know? It gets me in my feelings a little bit. I don't know why this is, but that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm about to get deep with y'all. And I don't do that on this channel because it's an anime reaction channel. You know what I'm saying? I like to just react to anime, and it's been like that for years, but every once in a while I want to come on here and just talk with y'all, get deep with y'all, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can know me a little better. Y'all only really know who I am as a reactor. And even though I've been on here talking about things that I don't normally talk about, um, sometimes it's cool to refresh your guys' thoughts about me. You know, I'm only human too. Even though I love coming on here reacting, I go through things as well. You know what I'm saying? It's not always fine and dandy. It's not always amazing, but I'm disciplined. You know, I keep going. I always try to drop videos for y'all. If I don't drop a video, it's probably because I was editing and I just didn't have the time to drop, or something went on and I didn't drop, you know? But I try to drop as much as possible because I actually enjoy doing this. The discipline that I have for this is actually amazing because by now, 5 years, 4 or 5 years of doing YouTube, I don't think many people would continue to do this if they didn't see results within 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still here. And don't get me wrong, 12K subs is amazing. But I feel like most people wouldn't really care too much about it. But I care. You know, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And I always say that in every single video because it's true, man. I love y'all. But here we are, another day, talking about something different. Now, before I get into this, bro, peep the shirt. We got Luffy and we got Goku. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? The Angry Bird era is out of the way. Well, maybe not completely because my grandma decided to stitch it back together. You know what I'm saying? Where it was ripped over here. But shout out to her, bro. I love my grandma. But yeah, man. I'm gonna try to get some posters as well in the background of my reaction videos as well. That way we have something on the wall because you know what I'm saying? It gotta look better. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have some Zoro back there or some Goku or something. But anyways, let's get right into the topic of today because I feel like it's a very, very interesting topic, and you know what I'm saying, this is all my opinion. This is, y'all can take it however you want to take it. I don't mean to throw shots at anyone, by the way. I don't mean to belittle anyone by saying these kinds of things, and I just want to encourage, inspire, challenge your thoughts, make you think from a different perspective. And this is the way I think, you know, this is my perspective of things. Now, growing up for me, it was very rough. And by very rough, I don't mean like financially or anything like that. Fortunately for me, my dad was already like, by the time I was born, my dad was getting situated with his gardening stuff. You know, because he's a gardener and he works for himself. He has people that work for him. You know, he it's not like it's a huge company or anything. In today's economy, it's tough to get around. You know, y'all know how expensive it is over here in Cali. But you know, it's enough to keep us grounded. It's enough to keep us in a good situation. So I'm very fortunate. Um, but it was very rough in the sense that my brother, I have a brother. Shout out to my brother, man. I love my brother. Um, Me and my brother, we were pretty close. I would say we're pretty close. You know what I'm saying? We grew up playing the Call of Duty, just FIFA. If y'all know anything about FIFA, man, I used to always love playing FIFA, especially with my brother. And we would always like go crazy playing against each other. And whenever we would score a goal, one if one scored a goal, we would owe the other one like, you know what I'm saying, we would give the other person a scoop. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like this. I don't know why that was so fun, but bro, we would always do that. It was like the funniest thing ever. It was for no reason, but growing up, as like I was saying in the beginning of the video, my brother was in a bad path. He wasn't he had the wrong type of friends around him, and he was constantly getting into fights. Well, not because he wanted to, you know. People would just find trouble, you know what I'm saying? Find a way to to trouble him. And so he would take action because that's the type of person my brother was. It's like it's almost as if we were living in like a very very ghetto place. Well, even now it's considered ghetto, but it's not as ghetto as it used to be. Um, it used to be way more ghetto, to be honest. Yeah, there was a lot of like gang stuff going around in the neighborhood. You know, it was a lot of violence. Let's just put it at that. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I remember being hella young, bro, and I was downstairs. It was like Christmas or something. I don't even know what kind of party it was. It was like a party, but there was this one guy because we lived like right outside of an alley. So there was this one guy that came through the alley and he was running from something. I don't know what he was running from, but all you see is, you know, some people come up to him and boom. You know, they had like knives on them, just shanked them right in the back of the neck, boom. I saw that as a little young and it was like I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know how to react. I saw my dad just go in there and try to do something and save him. And he basically did because the other people just like went away, and that was enough time to buy for um the ambulance to come through for the guy and save his life. His life was saved because my dad decided to go, you know what I'm saying, fend them off somehow. He didn't fight or anything, but he was like, you know, he tried to do something about it. And so that saved his life. So as a youngin, it was very weird growing up. You know, my brother in gang violence, drinking, drugs, you know what I'm saying? That all that kinds of stuff. And I guess that's why whenever I hear that a friend or somebody is in a bad path, it kind of like strikes me a little. You know what I'm saying? It kind of hurts. It hits me somewhere. I don't know why it does that, but even if it's someone that I don't talk to, you know what I'm saying, at all anymore, it's like, damn, really? Like I remember I used to see him and he was like hella happy and he was, you know, he wasn't in that kind of path. But hearing that just kind of hurts my heart a little bit, you know? Now, in my mind, and like I said, I don't mean to offend anyone. Do coping with your misfortunes and sorrows with drugs and alcohol, is such a weak-minded thing to do, bro. It's such a weak-minded thing to do. Y'all gotta find another way, please, to cope with the bad things, the pain that's going on around in your life. You know what I'm saying? Find something positive to do. You know, even though you're around all this negativity, I don't know what your situation is. I don't know what kind of position you guys are in, but I'm sure there's other ways for you to cope with this than to be doing drugs or alcohol or, you know what I'm saying, just doing those bad things, bro. I really care about y'all. I hope y'all know that. And most of you guys that are on the channel are actually around my age. Like, well, I'm 23, but most of y'all are like around 18, 23 from what it says on my YouTube statistics. But if y'all are in that path, I suggest and I ask that you please get out of there, bro. Get out of there. For real. It's not a good look, man. Look, I made a promise to my parents that to this day I have not broken, simply because it's a promise that I hold dear to myself, to my heart, you know? And that promise is that I would never drink or smoke. I'm 23, been sober all my life, never touched a cigarette, never touched a beer, never touched any of that. All because of this promise, man. I saw how much my parents like went through it with my brother. I saw that shit and it hit me for life, man. I saw my brother. Now some people take the example and give in to the example, right? Like, let's say if you have a brother, you know, everyone is different. I decided to look at my brother and say, you know what? I'm not going to follow in his footsteps. I'm seeing that my parents are suffering. I'm seeing this and that. I know y'all see the light up here. Hold up. 1 second. My bad. This thing is light. You know what I'm saying? That's tough. There we go. My bad. But yeah, some people will look at the situation and think they're gonna, you know, and just replicate it for some weird reason. I don't know people's thought processes, but like that's just how it is. But I decided not to. I saw the suffering. I saw the crying, everything going on around me at such a young age. I was like, damn. I made this promise and I was firm with it, bro. I was dead ass. I was dead serious. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I see how much it made you suffer. Shout out to my brother though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make him out to see a bad person. Most people actually that are on a bad path are on it because of friends that they have around, or I don't know, certain situations. But I noticed that a lot of people that are on those kinds of paths, they are such good people. Like, they have such good hearts. That was my brother, bro. That was my brother. He has such a good heart, man. And when he was on that bad path, it was like I couldn't fathom it, because I was like, bro, like I see him here. He's such a good person. Like, he's such a, like, you know, he has a kind heart, and this is what's going on outside of here. You know, there was times where he wouldn't come home, and I was like, I would cry. I would be like, damn, where's my brother? I want him to come home. You know what I'm saying? Always worried. My parents always worried. Me always worried if he's gonna come home, if he's gonna make it. You know, if whatever, bro. It's night, and we haven't heard a thing from him. You know, because most people that are on a bad path, they don't hit you. You know, they don't message you. They're just out. So that was me with my brother. I was like, damn, what's going on with him? Like, I would try to get in touch with him, and nope, he wouldn't answer me. Boom. So it was me always. A lot of my youth I spent in pretty like tears, along with my mom and dad. Now, all of this, the good thing is, you know what I'm saying, he 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 got a family early on. You know what I'm saying? Early, at an early age, he had his first kid. He was, I believe he was like 17 when he had his first kid. Um And no, that didn't save him. That didn't get him. That didn't, keep him out of trouble or anything. But it was the start of something. And I cried so much, bro. Um, that I would cry to God as well, bro. And I really do believe He works miracles, man. Cause ever since before back then, I would always ask Him to work on my brother, to help my brother, to put him on the right path, and boom, boom, boom. And I would always ask God. I would always be like, please save my brother. Otherwise, he's gonna end up dead. Cause that's all that awaits for people that are on a bad path: death or jail. And they're practically the same thing because you don't get to see your family in jail. If you're gonna be in there for life, then I guess they could come visit you, but like, what's the point in that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. To me, it's basically, it might as well be death. If you're gonna be in there for life or for a long time, it might as well be. Now, obviously, there's coming back, and it's never too late to change the ways. But if you're gonna be in there for 20 years or 15 years, that's a lot of damn time, bro. And even though you can come back from that, it's still like, man, you could have avoided that. You could have just been on the right path the entire time. But people learn from their mistakes. Everyone goes through life differently. Um, but yeah, I believe this miracle was all God's doing, because my brother, even though, yeah, my brother is an amazing person, and he's completely grown from that person that he was before. He's no longer on that type of path. What I'm saying? He still drinks now and then. I guess when he feels stressed out. But I understand him, and I'm not hard on him. He goes to the gym with me. I think I told y'all this, that he goes to the gym with me, and I told him, bro. I told him he got to get on his shit. I told him he got to come with me. What I'm saying? It's fun playing basketball with him. I love him. He's my brother, man, for real. And it's always fun being around him. And when he got his wife and kids, like, I feel like we lost the connection, but I feel like now we're starting to get it back through basketball and through going to the gym, and it's quite lovely to see, to feel. But I just wanted to come on here and say that there's another way, man. There's always another way. I don't want y'all coping with that bad stuff, man. I don't want y'all going through those things, just making your parents suffer. Because most people that are on bad paths, like, they just seem to ignore everything. Like, they're on the bad path, and they don't even realize that it's affecting the people around them that care about them. you know um it's kind of strange for me to come on here and be vulnerable like this, or, like, say, get real with y'all, but I don't know why. It's just a sudden thing. I want to start doing this more often, just coming on here and letting all my thoughts out here on YouTube. I don't know why, but it's just a thing that I want to do. At least once a week, just come on here, talk to y'all, whatever goes through my mind, write it down on my notes. Because sometimes, bro, I'll be having a lot of ideas, like a lot of things to say, but then I forget about it after, and I'm like, oh yeah, not doing that again. Like, not doing that video because I ran out of the ideas. Like, boom, they just all went away. But yeah, man, there's another way. There's another way. Trust me, everything will get better. Just know that every time you're feeling extremely down, something good is going to happen soon. You just got to get through it first. But don't get through it by temporary temporary um what do you call it? I'm losing the word. But temporary, I guess, highs. Temporary highs, because the weed, bro. Whatever, bro. Just know that you'll get through it, and something good is awaiting you through all those tough times. But yeah, man. Thank you guys so much for sticking through this video. It's kind of a random video. I don't even know if I made sense. I don't even know. I don't even know if I stuck to the topic of the video. Sometimes I just be ranting on about random stuff, bro. I can't lie. But that's what I wanted to come on here and say. That you can get through anything, bro. You can get through anything, man. With discipline, hard work, faith, get through it. For sure. Anyways, KZ fam, I love y'all. Stay positive, stay healthy, and most definitely keep that strong mentality, man. Out.